think Lake had just completed the 10th grade. And, I think the scariest part was sending him to the Middle East and all that was going on in the world at the time. And I'll be lying if I said that, I didn't have a little bit of concerns and reservations, partly because he was the youngest on that trip. It was his first time really being away from us for that long and definitely that far. But I can honestly say the Lord gave us a peace through that. Even while he was gone, we got pictures, we got videos. The Lord was just really sweet to give us a peace and just understanding through that.
Whenever he came to me and he told me, honestly, I just really just prayed about it. I said, Lord, if this is what you want him to do, let him not be wavering at all and let me have a peace. And the Lord gave us both that.
We're in a critical moment of his life, coming out of a sophomore, going into his junior year with sports and everything with just growth. I think you saw a kid leave and a young man return. His relationship with the Lord became more intentional for him, so long he kind of relied on just going to church with us. And now it became personal, even more personal than I think it's ever been.
With Eli going on this first trip, he comes back and I'm thinking, he's still going to be my little sidekick, the one, he's always with me, he sits right beside me, he's just, now he is such a different kid. He has grown so much. I saw the change in him. I saw the way that this trip helped him just learn how to worship more in public and not be so, bottled up. And I think if he lost kind of his, I don't want to say what's the right word?
All reservations.
Reservation, that's the word. He lost his reservations.
He had a tennis match, and I said, oh yeah, how was your tennis match today? And he said, oh, it was great. And I said, okay, did you win? He said, oh no, I got my tail kicked. He said, but I actually got to share the gospel some with this kid I was playing, and he said he's an atheist. He's not a believer at all, but he said he was actually open-minded, and so he said I talked to him for probably half an hour after our match, and he said I left him with some things that I wanted him to go research and read, and I challenged him to do it, and he said, we're going to play that school again in a couple of weeks, and I told him I want to talk to him again in a couple of weeks and kind of see, if he had followed through. So those are the kind of things that I see him doing with confidence now that he probably wasn't doing before he started taking these trips.